wake up, no sleeping, there's a dream to chase. Yo, what's up, everybody, and welcome back to NXT with NaJee. You know what it is, man. We're back here at episode 59. It's crazy business out here, but every single time we pop up, I gotta let you know who I'm rocking with. This is a part of the Wrestling Heroes and Insiders podcast, aka The Whip Show, and also a part of BodySlam.net. Now, tonight is the final episode before NXT Homecoming, which is September 16th. Next Tuesday, this coming up Tuesday. It's sold out, y'all. So if you guys haven't got tickets yet, good luck, because people are selling them for a ridiculously high price. There are a lot of really good matches tonight, 2 really big tag team matches, and one hell of a crazy ending. But you guys know how it is. I am not by myself this week. I am here with yet another WWE superfan that I am lucky enough to have met in my Twitter journeys or my X adventures. I don't know if that is okay thing to say. But ladies and gentlemen, make some noise for my next guest, JD. What's going on, my friend?
Hey. Just making it.
Just making it. Yeah. Pardon our voices, y'all, because JD was also at the show last night, and we screamed, hollered.
Yes.
Some people almost passed out.
That was probably me. That's fine. It's fine.
Yeah, but so tell the people, a little bit about yourself, like who you are, where you're from, that kind of thing. How you, give us your origin story as to how you became a WWE super.
Yeah. So I am in the Jacksonville area. I'm originally from Massachusetts, and I've been watching wrestling for probably 30 years. Close to it, I'd say. I started watching with my dad, and it's just been a constant. So, we try to go to the shows when we can. I try to go to the house shows that come to Jacksonville. Every now and again, I can get down to Orlando and go to NXT. But yeah, I've been around for a long time. 3 decades worth of wrestling is pretty crazy.
Heck yeah. See, that is a true definition of a super fan right there. But not only super fan, you are a super Zaruka fan. Now, you also help to manage a Zarya fan page too, as well.
Yep. So I've got my Instagram and my Twitter X. I don't know what we're supposed to call it anymore.
I'm still calling it Twitter.
I can't get behind X. Yeah. So it's kind of for everything, but it's very heavily Zaruka based, definitely.
Heck yeah. Now, where does that love come from?
I knew I've watched Soul for a few years. She's always been great. And then I knew Zarya as Delta, and had been watching her for a few years, and Dean and Matt Hayter and, the RCW wrestlers. So I was already familiar with her before she came over. And just when they put the two of them together, as unlikely of a tag team as they were, the chemistry between them just clicks and it works. And if they don't start being nice to the Zaruka fans and giving us more, it's not going to end well.
Oh, hey, they said we will riot,
right?
With surfboards and braids.
Exactly.
Yeah, red braids. Surfboard. All right. Well, yeah. Thank you for coming on the show. I appreciate it so much. I know the people, that sponsor the show and different things like that appreciate it. Thank you so much for driving as far as you did yesterday to get there. That was dope,
it was so worth it. That show was so epic. It was so worth it. So worth it. That's worth the pain that I'm in today.
Yeah, for sure. For sure. But yeah, it was also my birthday celebration. That was pretty cool.
Yes, it was. Happy birthday again.
Thank you. Yeah, thank you. Thank you. My birthday was on a Sunday, so we got a big group together and did the whole thing this Tuesday. It was a good time. A lot of people wore jerseys. The camera crew apparently knew as well, so we'll get to that in a little bit. But so we'll talk about the first match here. We'll try something out new and see how this works. Oh, hey, there it is. Look at that.
There we go.
Off here to the side there. But yeah, first match of the night was Javon Evans versus Mr. Briggs himself. Now, the hate is still there. Talk about it every week, y'all. Talk about it every single week. And it's only getting worse, man. But the thing about this match that made it so dope is that the crowd energy was crazy from the jump. Like everybody
Right
was
from the
on their
start.
feet. Everybody was on their feet.
Yep.
You just feel that something was getting ready to happen special that night. And damn, man, the Briggs go away chant.
The
You know,
Briggs go away chant, the Briggs you suck. Those were all just perfectly timed and placed.
yeah.
And I mean, and as a heel wrestler, that's what you want. You
Hmm.
want people to dislike you. So when you get that kind of a dislike reaction, you're doing it right.
Yeah, man. And
Mm.
I will take full responsibility for the Briggs go
Yeah.
away one. I didn't say it last week because I had BJ on and we didn't talk about the episode before, but yeah, I did that one. That was me. I have no shame. That's fun. That's fun. Like I said, if you're like you said, you're a heel, you're supposed to get that kind of
Mm-hmm.
heat, and Briggs is killing it. I just a little bit feels like that's a little it's a little more personal than just the heel
Right.
heat. But well, I don't know. So I'm not gonna go too into that one. But Javon had a crazy moment during this
Yes,
match,
he
and I don't
did.
know if it was on TV or not. But he jumped outside of the ring, he landed on top of the table, and when he stood on top of the table, he like did this huge like almost gladiator type scream.
Yes. Yep.
And the crowd went
Yep.
crazy. Like, oh, it was so cool. And I'm so happy for Javon. It just sucks that at the end of the match, Briggs did end up cheating by using the
Mm-hmm.
the
The
steel
chain
chain,
or
yeah,
something.
around
Yep.
his neck, hitting Javon in the back of the head, give them 1, 2, 3, and Briggs wins. So my question for you right now, JD, is how you feel about Briggs? Are you a Briggs hater, Briggs believer?
I'm probably a Briggs neutralist. I don't.
Okay.
I don't. I don't hate him, but I mean, I'm not actively seeking him out. So, I mean, he put on a good match just as much as Javon did, but I wanted to see Javon win. And then when you saw the chain come off, like you knew that it was
Hmm.
about to end because he was going to cheat, as heels do, to win. And that was just going to be the end of it.
Yeah. Well, there it is, man.
Mm-hmm.
Briggs wins the match, and we'll see what happens after that. We'll see what happens with Javon next. I got a feeling that one's not over with. We'll probably get some sort of interaction next week at Homecoming. Javon will probably meet some more legends that'll keep telling him to go for the championship, and maybe that'll get us to our Iron Survivor uh, theory that is going around right now.
Mm-hmm.
But yo, in between this, I normally don't talk about promos, but real quick, I'm just gonna announce that DIY versus Trick Mellow Gang is happening, y'all. The dream came true. Mello showed up, crowd went crazy. Mello got to ripping into Trick. Trick didn't really react to it any type of way, whatsoever, which was
I
interesting.
wasn't sure what was happening because
Yeah, it was
when Mello
strange.
comes out, you kind of assume that he's there for Trick, and then he starts going into Trick, and you're like, "What? Okay." Even DIY looked confused. Like they kind of backed
Yeah,
up and said, "Okay, you two want to argue? Go ahead." But it was very, uh, it was confusing at first, and then turns around and it makes sense afterwards.
yeah, it definitely did the thing that it was supposed to do. But that was a
Mm-hmm.
good first match of the night. So now we're gonna go into the second match of the night, which is oh my goodness, my bad. Sorry. Fabi Apache versus Laney Reed, crowd favorite Laney Reed. Uh Fabi, my bad, not Fabi. That's hilarious. Um man, this is gonna be really good. AAA also involved
Mm-hmm.
in this tournament for the Speed Championship, the Women's Speed Championship that Sol Ruka, hey, has. Um it was impossible to think that Laney was gonna lose this match. Some of us were a little worried because of what's going on with AAA and everything in the partnership and how we've kind of just been dominating everywhere that we've popped up at as WWE
Mm-hmm.
talent. But so during this match, I'll address it. Natalia sat next to me, right? And
Mm-hmm.
when they put the camera on me, a lot of people were hitting me up talking about the faces I made and me looking very confused and nervous. I wasn't nervous. I thought the camera was on Natty's face.
Right.
So I didn't know what face to make. so so
So we made
surprise
all
them.
of them. We went through
So
all of the emotions.
all of them together at the same time, and it turned out to be a pretty funny moment. Natalia sent me a really nice message today, just basically thanking me for being there and being a part of that
Right.
moment for her. So that was really cool, dude. Natty's awesome. Natty's awesome. I also didn't know what to do because she was in her Natty character and not Natalia.
Right.
So
Right. Well, and I hope that they bring that Natty character to
oh,
us
she kept
soon.
telling us soon. That's all
I
she kept
know.
saying.
I
She kept
know.
saying soon, soon, soon.
I
But
keep seeing, you keep seeing it at Blood Match, and it's just, you just want it. That's
Hmm.
what she needs. That's what we all need at this point.
Yeah, but all right. So back to the match.
Hmm.
Lainey looked amazing as she normally does. There's really no way you can deny Fabi though. Like legend, absolute legend.
Hmm.
As soon as she got the upper hand in the match and it started to look like, oh shoot, Lainey might lose because it's a speed match, so there's only three
Right.
minutes in it. Natty jumps over the ramp or the railing and distracts her, and Lainey gets the win. And crowd erupts like Lainey won the dang Super Bowl. So like
Yep.
Lainey moves on. And in my personal opinion, I posted it last night. I think that title is all it's all for Lainey. Like that's got to be hers.
Yeah,
That's why they
I
brought it to
can I
NXT.
can see it. I can see it. And I think the speed championship should move around. Like I feel like that's kind of the point of it, is that it moves around a little bit more frequently than some of the other held titles.
Hmm.
So it'll be fun to see what happens with that, and if it does go to Laney, and if it just keeps the momentum going and building on that title now that it's in NXT permanently.
Yeah, that's gonna be a lot of fun. I think that just adds a lot of character to
Hmm.
NXT, like you said. So yeah, congratulations, Laney. And moving on, I'm also interested to see how Laney will fit into this whole Fatal Influence story we got going on too. But now match number three, first tag match of the night. This one is for the tag team championships. You got Dark State, you got Dion Lennox, and you got Osiris Griffin versus Hank and Tank. Apparently on social media they called him Yank and Spank, which I think is very, very funny. We tried to get that chant started last night. It didn't work. By the way, it's Wednesday when we're filming this, even though the episode's coming on Thursday. Just want to put that out there. But I think that's a great play of words there for that. So this match starts off really strong. Hank and Tank come out and hitting their finisher like quick. It almost felt like we were getting
Yes.
another speed match.
Right. Yeah. Like it was gonna just be over, just right as soon as it started.
Yeah, and then Dark State obviously using the numbers game to their advantage, like
Hmm.
they do every single week. It's the best weapon that they have is that all four of them can go, and all four of them have seemed to have mastered the art of referee distraction.
Yes, definitely.
1000%. But during the match, Cutler was fighting on the outside,
Hmm.
trying to be slick and interfere in the match, and said the one word you're not supposed to
Yep.
say, the one name you're not supposed to say, Joe Hendry.
Yep.
Good Lord. He said it again, and out of nowhere from the pillar, Joe Hendry burst out, and I was shook. How did you feel about that moment? I literally just didn't know what to think about it. Cam was even
It
laughing at
was it
me.
was you just don't expect it, because we saw it last week, and I remember thinking, well, there's no way that they're going to continue to do this. And then it just happens, and he busts out of the pillar, and you know it is what it is.
Oh
Joe
my
Hendry's
goodness.
there, and here we go.
Yep. But during the interference or during the distraction, everybody's looking at Joe. Even the referee gets distracted
Hmm.
again. Dion rolls up using the tights and gets the win. So Dark
Hmm.
State retains. Now I feel like that means that Hank and Tank have to go back down to the bottom of the pole here because that was their
Yep.
rematch. That was definitely the rematch. So we talked about this briefly yesterday, and I said I was going to ask you on
Hmm.
here because you're the first person I think that is a polar opposite of the answer that I normally get.
Hmm.
So your feelings on Hank and Tank?
I I really love Hank and Tank.
Yeah, see, there's a
I
there's a
just think
yin
I
to the
just
yang.
think they're so I just think they're funny. I like their energy. I like what they bring. They work the crowd really well. They seem to have a good chemistry with each other, and I really enjoy watching them perform. So to
Mhm.
me, they're a very fun tag team to watch, whereas Dark State itself as a whole is very serious, very, brooding, if you will. And Hank and Tank are just the exact opposite of that, and are just that they're really out there to have fun, and I'm completely behind it.
All right. So now, next question is: do you believe in Joe Hendry? Are you a Joe Hendry believer, or does he still have some things that you would like to see out of him a little bit more than just a pop up guy?
When he first popped up, I was really excited. And then I've kind of lost the excitement as it's gone on. Either, bring him over and have him be more active instead of just being the pop up guy, or don't. I don't think that he can stay as this kind of middle character. You either have to let him develop his character in NXT, even though we all know who he is, but mainly I feel like people know him because of his theme song.
Yeah.
We don't know Joe Hendry's character.
Hmm.
So, I think if you're going to continue to have him show up, you need to let him develop as well so that we can get behind him and get to know him
Yeah.
and, actively want to see him wrestle.
Yeah, I feel like there's just a lot of people that jump on the bandwagon just to be on the bandwagon
Oh,
that
yeah.
don't really know too much about him, and that's why like I don't really interact too much, and like I don't have a problem
Mm-hmm.
with the dude. I don't like dislike him. I'm just not super familiar with his character to me,
Right. Yeah.
and it makes it come off corny to me, just to me.
Yeah,
Like
because when you see the song and the clapping and the turning, you kind of
it's
are like,
fun. Oh, it's fun. I think it's fun. It's hilarious, but I just can't. I'm not behind it yet. I got to see a
yeah,
little bit more. I want to see a big feud. Like
yes.
I feel like even when the big feuds that he's been in on NXT, they've just made it kind of more of a parody and like a joke.
Yeah. I
And
mean,
I
and
was
when
just like
he fought Randy, he
hmm
had a match with Randy, and it was a
yep,
parody. Randy, did the turn and all that, and it still wasn't serious.
yeah,
So if we're gonna see him, we need to see him fully.
yeah, 100%. All right, Joe, make us a believer. We still want to see it. Or writers, whoever is writing for Joe. Let's. Hey, I'm ready. We're ready for it to get cranked up a notch. But congratulations to Dark State for winning and retaining their tag team championships. So now we're gonna go on to match number 4, which was quick, a lot quicker than what we anticipated, but it was
Mm-hmm.
good. It was great. It was a lot of fun to watch. It was visually beautiful. The aesthetics were nice. But you have Ethan Page versus Tavion Heights in a flag match. So the Canadian flag is hanging in one corner, and the United States flag is hanging in another corner, super high up in the air. But whoever wins it, they have to win it by grabbing their own flag and pulling it all the way down. This was fun,
Mm-hmm.
a lot of fun,
It was a good match.
whole lot of fun. Obviously, a lot of Americans in the building, so the
Mm-hmm.
USA chants are heavy. For the second weekend in a week now, I've had Canadians sitting right behind me.
I was gonna say the Canada
They're
chants
sitting
did
right behind
start.
us.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
And that's the second time now. So hey, shout
Hmm.
out to the Canadian representation in Orlando, popping up. Part of the story. Love it. Here for it. But damn, dude, it was really, really, really good.
Mm-hmm.
Great spots in each corner with both wrestlers trying to get their flags.
Mm-hmm.
Ethan's just so good. Ethan's ready.
Yep.
Yeah,
Oh,
like
for sure, for sure. I wonder why he's still in NXT. I don't
yeah,
know if they're trying to figure out what to do with him to move him up to the main roster. He's beyond ready at this point. Um, the match itself was great. It was a very physical match, uh, and they both put on a show. It was great
yeah.
to watch. Yeah.
I blame the mysterious draft that is or is not happening as to why Ethan
When
is
is it
still there.
supposed to happen?
I
I
don't
keep
know,
hearing
man.
it's I thought it was September, so maybe we'll get a surprise
Yeah,
somewhere.
no, it's funny because it was supposed to be May, then it was supposed to be August, then
I
it was supposed to be September, but who knows,
Yep.
man? They just apparently announced WrestleMania in Saudi today.
I saw that. Aren't they
Yeah,
supposed weren't they going to do two WrestleManias and one was
yeah,
going to be in Saudi
that's what they're
and
talking
okay.
about. So they might do
Yeah.
43 and 44 in the same year. Who
That,
knows? They're trying to rush to get to 50. That's my guess. But all right, but
that's
that's off
probably
topic.
right.
That's off topic. But so during this during one spot during this match that had me cracking up was the fact that Ethan just pulled Tavion down by his hair, like from
Yeah.
the top. It was crazy.
Yes.
Crazy business. But at the end of the match, Tavion ends up winning. Awesome, amazing moments. Like I said, the visuals for that were crazy good.
Hmm.
Him holding the flag, him even holding both flags at the same time was really cool. But at the end of it, the return of Tyler Breeze,
That
and
was also very surprised. I feel like that
that
was
one
just
caught
looked
us
over.
more off guard than I think
I
the other ones.
Yeah, I was very surprised to see him come out and then you kind of go, okay, all right, so this is this the next little feud that they're going to
Yeah,
start
it
because
was so
here he is
casual.
with Ethan and then off he goes. So I'm
Because
interested to see what's going to happen with him now.
I had somebody on the internet today be like, "Wow, you guys didn't pop for Tyler at all. How come you didn't pop for Tyler?" I was like, "Bro, we didn't know what the hell was going on for
I
a
didn't
second.
even
Like,
know what was happening. All of
I
a
couldn't see
sudden,
him. I was just like,
I
"What?"
saw the selfie stick and I went, "Who is in the ring right now?"
Yeah,
I didn't. You just, yeah. It was
there was still like
surprising.
a huge gasp. I would say for for
Oh,
us being there, there
definitely.
was still like a
Hmm.
big like whoa, but we just didn't see it coming to where
Yeah,
we
yeah.
we didn't go crazy. We were almost in
You can't
shock.
be prepared
But
for it because
yeah,
you're kind of like, you're trying to put it together in your head of what is happening right now. So
Yeah, yeah. But all right, so we'll see if Tavion ends up moving forward in his little journey to get the North American Championship back in the hands of America. Now we're going into. Oh, actually, one more thing about the ending of this match is that they announced that Tyler Breeze will be going against Ethan Page, I think, for the North American
mhm.
Championship at NXT Homecoming. Hey, NXT, there it is. There it is. All right, my friends. But yo, now we're gonna go right into this last match, the main event, which is a triple threat tag team match, a tag team elimination match for the number one contendership for the women's tag team championships, which I will imagine will happen next week at Homecoming against Charlotte and Alexa Bliss. But we have JC Jane's crew, the Fatal Influence bunch, right here with Fallon Henley and Jasmine Nix versus the Culling with Tatum Paxley and Izzy Dame. And of course, if you would like to introduce them, JD, who is that
And
last tag team?
the best tag team, Zaruka.
The best tag team. You heard it right
Best.
there,
Mhm.
Zaruka. This match was awesome from start to finish. It was also
Yes.
kind of quick because of what we'll get to in a second.
hmm
But every single team in this match shined, dude.
They
Like
really did. They really
everyone.
did. It was so again, it was kind of like the Briggs and Javon just right from the start. It was a great match and it continued a great match all the way through. Um I don't other than the team winning, I have no notes.
Yeah. Yeah, like and then the chemistry between Jasmine and Fallon was on point.
Yep.
Yo, they were
Yep.
doing some stuff that I don't think we've ever seen them do before,
No,
like
no.
as a tag team, and it was so crispy. It looked like they've
hmm
been doing it for months, but it was so brand new.
Yep.
So man, you just have to give credit to everybody. Like they hit a move that I literally don't know if I've ever seen them do it before.
hmm
Some sort of like almost like I don't know how to explain it. I don't want to like do it the wrong way, but
Yeah.
so like the notes that I imagine you have in this match are probably from the way that a certain tag team got eliminated. The first
Yeah.
tag team, believe it or not, to be eliminated was Zaruka
That
off of an
was
accidental epic soul crusher or soul snatcher. Sorry, but like, good lord,
that was
epic,
and
epic, epic.
the timing of that whole little segment with the soul snatcher was perfect. You could
Mm-hmm.
not it could not have been timed better. It was so clean. Um yeah, I was hoping I had because to me they were the team that made sense
Mm-hmm.
because we've seen kind of the falling apart of Fatal Influence, so I assumed that that was going to continue. And then I gave you my theory last night on the culling,
Yep.
uh, with what I kind of anticipated was happening. So to me, it just didn't make sense for any other team other than Zaruka.
Yeah.
And I know I wasn't the only one because my Twitter and Instagram were exploding
Oh, I
afterwards.
bet.
So,
I bet. So Zaruka gets eliminated, and very shortly afterwards, Fallon and Jasmine get eliminated, and the
mhm.
culling ends up winning it. And you got to give credit to Sean. Sean Spears will give Sean Spears a good clap right there because you created a good team, man. Like yeah, they definitely turned it up a notch
Yep.
at the end of that one, and they deserve it. Tatum
Yeah.
definitely deserves it, and I think that might be a good reason for this push. Same with
Yeah.
Izzy. Same with
I
Izzy.
would hope
Izzy's.
so. I really think both Tatum and Izzy both deserve it.
Hmm.
Especially for Tatum to go in the match with Alexa Bliss, who got her into wrestling. Like that's such a huge thing to do in your career to go to have a match against the reason that you're there, basically.
Yep.
So that's exciting to be able to see.
Yeah, so congratulations.
Yeah.
Congratulations to the Culling on winning that match and now becoming the number one contenders to face Charlotte Flair and Alexa Bliss at Homecoming next week at Homecoming. But my friends, I kid you not. This did not end here. This match did not end there because just when you thought it was over with, JC Jane starts talking trash to Fallon Henley and Jasmine about losing and how she's the number one champion of all time. And then boom, all of a sudden, the return of Stephanie Vicure. Somebody check on Booker T because it happened, y'all. That is so sick. We got Stephanie. Stephanie comes out, starts talking about be careful. Be careful what you wish for because it's not your time, JC. Do you know what time it is?
Yep.
It's Tiffy time. Because then Tiffany Stratton comes out too. And then after that, she gets to saying, I don't know how mommy might feel about this. And then Rhea Ripley comes out. And that's like 90% of the reason why we don't have a voice right now.
That is 90% exactly. Mm-hmm.
And then they run in the ring, they attack them. And now we have a match at NXT Homecoming between Rhea Ripley, Stephanie Vicure, Tiffany Stratton versus Fatal Influence. Incredible.
Amazing. I've watched the videos back a couple of times, and you can the pops with people coming out were just. I mean, I'm surprised that there's still a roof on that building because
so good.
it was.
Nah, we didn't shake the room
amazing.
though, so it wasn't Trick Williams big.
Yep.
So hey, that record still stands. Shout out Trick Williams. Yeah, but wow, man, what an episode. What an incredible episode of NXT going into Homecoming next week at Full Sail University. I'm thrilled. I'm excited. I can't wait. I even made a little banner. Look at that.
Yeah.
Look at that down there. There it is. I'm so excited for it. Man, so now we're at the part of the show where I get to ask my guests three questions. So now, the first one is the one I've been asking everybody, which is, what is your favorite WrestleMania moment? I would just like to know. I think that's really cool. It's a really big thing for everybody every year.
Mm-hmm.
So,
I think my favorite WrestleMania moment was when the Hardys returned.
Wow, that's a lot. Yeah,
That's
been on the list
because I grew up with them, and so they've always been one of my absolute favorite tag teams. And I met them a couple of years ago at a wrestling convention, and I got to tell them, that my favorite moment was their return, and it was just done perfectly, and that was easily my favorite moment.
Heck yeah, man! Wow, I think that's like 3 or 4 people this season, if like maybe even more. That is a huge moment, and I get it. I'm a big Jeff Hardy guy, so I get it.
Yep.
Man. All right, number two. So AJ Lee is back, and it's a huge thing. It's a big deal. Everybody's super excited. You're an AJ Lee fan?
Yeah. I was really excited to see her come back.
So who on this long list of all of these superstars who are here now that AJ Lee is back, who would you like to see her go against the most? And who would you like to see that match happen with? AJ Lee versus.
I think Roxanne.
Ooh.
I think it's a full circle moment with everything that we've learned about Roxanne and how, she met AJ and, got into wrestling. I just think it's similar to Tatum and Alexa Bliss. You get to work with your hero. And I just think that would be an epic match.
Yeah. It'd be game changing. I'm here for it. Yeah. I think we'll get it sooner than later. It might even be the WrestleMania match this year.
Right? You never know.
Who knows?
We've got 2 WrestleManias, so there's plenty of time.
Hey, we still got the one next year in Vegas, so at least we know that one's locked in. So the next one, I think in 2027, might be the first 2 one. So we'll see. But all right, that's amazing. AJ Lee versus Roxanne Perez. Book it. Make it happen. All right. Now, last question. Who is on your women's wrestling Mount Rushmore? Who would you put as your Fab 4 for women's wrestling?
Chyna would be the top of the list.
All right, we got Chyna at number 1.
Rhea for sure.
Okay, we got Rhea in there.
Oh man. I'd put Lita on there.
Okay, yeah.
I would. Like that one. And last, I would probably put Alexa. She's done so much, Bliss. And she can do so much. So, I think she's top.
I think all of those end in A.
Yeah.
All of those end in A. I like those. That's awesome. But thank you so much for coming on the show.
Thank you for having me.
I'm super grateful. It was amazing to finally meet you yesterday at NXT
Hmm.
in person, and it was awesome to sit there and go through one of the craziest nights I think that have
Yes.
ever happened in NXT history. So, if you would like to tell the people where to find you on social media, if you would like, people to follow you, go
Yeah,
for it.
sure. So I'm on, my username is the same on Twitter and Instagram. It is, and most people don't even know what it is when you look at it, but it's it's gay as a bucket of wigs. So that's how, and bucket I think is BKT.
Yeah.
Yep.
All right. Well, thank you one more time. I appreciate you so much. I cannot wait. Hopefully, I'll see you in a couple weeks for the old birthday celebration.
Yes,
That'll
sir.
be an incredible thing. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Make sure you guys, follow JD. Make sure you guys like and do the old subscribe thingy, mabob. Oh, I wish that worked out better on screen. But, But all right, my friends, that basically wraps it up for this week's episode of NXT with NaJee, a part of the Wrestling Heroes and Insiders podcast, aka The Whip Show and Bodyslam.net. Do not forget that NXT Homecoming is this Tuesday. I am thrilled. I am thrilled. One more time, JD, thank you so much for being here. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Thank you.
I'll
Thank
see you
you.
guys next time. I'll see you guys next week. That is it for me. That is it for the team. We are out of here. Peace. That's great. Life is for the dreamers like me. Journey down the stream.